Hey guys, what's going on? Sorry for that downtime. We actually have a game going on right now. It is QxG.iNka versus abSxMaSa. And it is a TVP. The winner of this game gets to play against DDE. So Inka versus Masa right now on GSL Terminus SE. We'll see what happens in this game. And oh my god. Kato! Gato? Are we gonna have a drop right away? Wow, that was long. And, he apologizes, so I guess it's cool. Players can't see that, but we can. And we all forgive him. We'll see exactly what happens this game. We have seen Inka play some solid PVZs. And now he is against a Terran player, so we'll see exactly what he ends up doing. Really still go for all that DT and Warp Prism play, even though Marines will be everywhere. I don't know. It's very possible. Would be cool, but I just don't think so. I think he's going to go for that standard Colossus normal attack. Play as standard as he possibly go for high Templars, but I doubt it. Something tells me Inka will go for like Blink Stalker Colossus. It's just what I think. And what will Masa go? I have no idea. This guy I've actually never heard about, so maybe I'm mistaken and misspoken. He's this super good Terran player. He's made it into the semifinals of ZOTAC Cup number 18, but I just don't know exactly who he is. Like Masa, that sounds familiar, but it's really only 4 characters, so you could say like any 4-character string that kind of sounds like a word. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds familiar. So I don't know if this is a Scrabble-approved name or not, but hey, we'll see what he ends up doing. The last random Terran player we casted was Sergeant Slick, and he showed us a sick ghost timing in TVP. So we'll see what Masa does. It is on Terminus SE, so I expect a fast expansion, and both players go up on 3 bases. Don't expect to see any 2-base timing attacks. We do have a Mako Axe going down. And he's got gas with 1 SEV now mining from it, so I'm not sure exactly what this can be. One of those barracks is hidden, and then all the hockey suddenly changed to command centers or orbital commands. So this is going to look very standard from Inka's perspective, and he doesn't get to see this. So we have a little bit of cheese going off in game number 1. Well, not cheese, just hidden thing. 2 racks is very standard. Marauders and Marines will probably come out of this. He could always go for just lots and lots of Marauders if he chooses to do so. Knocking anything out of this tech lab, he's at pretty high minerals until he produces another Marine, cups of shells, and gets an SEV. So, looks like it is going to be Marauder Marine, and it looks like it's a 1 racks from Inka's point of view. But there's really a 2nd racks hidden behind that. SEV did get to scout pretty much everything. The 2 gas... Oh, there's a Cyber Escort down here. I was going to say 2 gas before... What? No, the Cyber Escort is just hiding. It's down there, so... Looking like a standard build from Protoss, and now he's moving out when he gets 2 Marauders and 2 Marines, and now getting Reapers as well, as I believe they are much faster. And kind of like the same theory, I guess, between Roaches and Lings when you do that all in. 2 Stalkers out, they won't be able to handle 2 Marauders, let alone if they have the Marine buddies with them. Sentry is out, that Reaper can jump up and try to pick the Sentry off. And now that probe goes down, the Chrono Boost has to go off on this Sentry. And this is going to be really tough now. It's going to be timed perfectly, and looks like Masa does wait a second, so the Sentry does come out. If he did not do any of that waiting, that Sentry would not have been out. Meanwhile, you have a Reaper now jumping up, and kind of gives vision of that, and says, hey guys, the Sentry's gone, and there's another Sentry on the way, but Masa now coming in here. Probes are going to have to be pulled. That Sentry immediately goes down. A force field was placed, but it does nothing. Warp gate now being whooped in, and Masa is retreating. So he killed that Sentry for an SEV and a Reaper. I don't know if how worth it that was. but it is letting him get his expansion up and get both bunkers up, so looks like it served its purpose. He didn't want to stay and just get killed by a whooping of units. He just wanted to get his expansion up and finished around the same time his opponent starts his. And mission accomplished. His command center just finishing. The Nexus just starting for Inka. And now Inka is moving out, and there are 2 bunkers going up, so I don't think Inka's going to be able to do too much damage. Additionally, you got to keep in mind that Masa did take out the 1 sentry, so there's going to be a little bit less force fielding for those bunkers, which stops the repairing, and Inka is just going to fall back. And 3 more sentries back here. A Robo Bay is being built, actually a facility. I always get those 2 mixed up. And let's go to the work account. 25 SCVs to 31 probes. Looking like Inka's doing just fine for himself. But 2 SCVs are being built at a time. But hey, probes are being chrono boosted, which gives you the same production as 2 command centers. Whatever it doesn't give you, that's mule ability. So it's good there. And we have a big supply block coming out from Masa. The supply depot now just finishing. Those Marines can finally come out. Pylon being placed way over there. This command Nexus now finishing. Ghost Academy is starting. So he is going to be going into like a 2-base Ghost attack and then going into his 3rd base. It looks like Masa is the type of player that every time he moves out, he expands behind that. I know I've only seen the 1 time he did it, but that's all I have to go off of. And it's a very common thing to do. So we'll see what he does. And that works pretty well if you don't overcommit. If you expand behind your attack and then all of a sudden you lose your entire force, you lost your reproduction capability because you spent 400 minerals on a base, and that sucks because then they come and kill you. So the important thing when you move out while you're expanding is to always keep something alive and retreat when it looks bad, because you're going to have a base on them and that puts you in an advantage. 2 ghosts are being built. Is there an observer seeing everything? Let us see. It looks like there is. No, not yet. The observer now just making the way. And, yeah, the observer is going to come in. And it should see the ghost. The question is Inka paying attention? It doesn't look like Inka has spotted Ghost yet. He's going around. Is he going to find that Ghost Academy? Now he knows. He knows Ghost are out in the field now. Ghost Academy was way back here, so he didn't see that. But this observer, we even saw his vision see those ghosts coming out. So he knows exactly what is going down. He should start splitting up his units. And that Colossus is on the way. He's got enough sentries we can force field this. I believe he'll be able to hold off until that Colossus comes out, but it won't have the ranged upgrade. And that observer could go down. It looks like yes, it does. And now force field's coming. It's got to be good EMPs. And gets those zealots and most of the sentries, but the sentries already threw down the force fields. No more for them. And we'll see. That Colossus now coming out. It looks like Inka is going to easily hold. I wouldn't say easily, maybe. But now the Colossus is out. He should be able to take this out no problemo. Some more Marines coming, but that's not going to help against the Colossus. All focus goes towards that, but no, does not go down. And Inka does win. And behind that, Sama was expanding. So now you look at Inka's forces. He doesn't only have that much. Go in this Army tab. You can see that Inka so high, Masa so low. About 525 gas. So that's 450 gas differential. My bad. And 25 minerals into Sama's favor. However, a lot of these are Marines, and the Colossus is now out. But it doesn't look like Inka's going to go in for the counterattack just yet. But you can see he's ramping up his production to get as much as he possibly can into one attack. And then after that, he'll see how it goes and then expand. Going into this production, we see a starport now just building, and that is a little bit late. Quality Council on the way. That Thermal Lance is completed. And he's got 2 Colossus, which I believe one volley those Marines. Maybe not. Not quite. But they do a lot of damage. That's 30 damage per volley. And they can outrange bunkers and pretty much everything. So, some volleys going down. Medevacs are out. He needs to get Vikings, I think. We'll just go for this, but force fields go down. If he gets one more, if he could have got one more, he would have split that force, but he did not have it. It looks like Masa is going to hold, but the Templar Archives is now being started, so he is transitioning into High Templars, which are going to be pretty strong against this. And you can see Inka still just on 2 bases. Hasn't really lost any units. He killed some there. Didn't really lose any, so just furthering his advantage. But Sama, he'll be getting a huge macro lead fairly soon as that 3rd orbital command is finished. He is at 1-0 upgrades. Inka not upgraded at all. And Storm being chrono boosted out, so Inka is one player who loves Storm. And he'll drop that down on the bio, no problem, which out DPS's medevacs like anything. It is ridiculous how quick units will die to Storm. 2 High Templars are out, gaining energy so they can Storm immediately. And do we have any ghosts? No, we don't. 2 medevacs are moving out, no real energy on them, so Templars won't be that good of an answer. But Inka has units already waiting. And the units are going to drop anyways. Zealots being morphed in. 1 medevac does go down, more Zealots running into action. At the same time, you have all the force right here, waiting to do a counterattack. And like clockwork, everything moves back. If this was DDE, this force would be attacking the natural right now. But it's not DDE. He does play the winner. And man, could that one attack from Sama do so much if he moved this out earlier? There's literally nothing here. I guess 3 Templars, but if he sniped those, oh man. 3rd base is up for Inka. You can see the probe mess. It's only at 6 mineral patches, so 18 probes is enough. Well, 18 probes is overkill. 15 would be perfect. But he has, let's see, 20, so not too bad. And the drops keep coming down. This one pylon is going to go down. But I think the big mistake Sama makes, he isn't really using his drops to his full advantage by moving in and sniping bases. I mean, look, all of Inka's forces are down here. If he simply just dropped down here, there's so many probes he could kill. If he just simply A-moved his way in, he could kill High Templars or snipe the Nexus. But Sama just not parallelizing anything and just staying to one thing at a time, which I think is going to cost him to lose this game. He's got about the same size army and food and all that jazz, but the composition from Inka is just superior, unless all these Archons, Templars get EMP'd. And a good amount of them did. And still Templars left. Big storm goes off, another big storm, and another, and another, and there goes the Bioforce. Oh man, 1 FPS apparently. So it looks like Masa's computer started lagging. And that will probably be all she wrote. That was a huge win for Inka. Sama gonna be moving back out, getting his 4th base up as he moves, and this is gonna be very hard to take. He's gonna have to EMP absolutely everything if he wants a chance. And overkills some EMPs, but he does force that composition back, throws a scan, and Inka gonna be ninja expanding. And Yeah, not really too much going down. Both players taking the 4th base. And Inka... Oh, no! Okay. I was going to say, that would be horrible. Inka doesn't know about the 4th base, and of course Masa doesn't know about Inka's 4th base. And it looks like Inka is getting up to do another attack at the same time. He is getting a Dark Shine. So he will be coming in with DTs fairly soon. Masa has shown us he has pretty good EMP control, but Inka doing a great job keeping all his Templars always split up. Random pylon going down over here, and that may be to get DTs to any of these 3 bases if Terran decides to lift off here, which it looks like he's doing with something. Oh, no, he's just building one. So Masa, he loves those macro games, and 2 missile turrets and a bunker going up. 3 missile turrets, so it looks like he's trying to divide the map in half right now, and he is completely back in this game, even after that failed engagement. And that is one big probe transfer. 24 probes going down to that one base at the 12 o'clock. And whoa! How many workers do these guys have? 86 and 81. Scan going down, kind of seeing the army. Ghost cloak and get EMP'd, trying to get some snipes off. And was that all the ghost? It looks like it probably was, so he is going to pull back. And Inka probably could attack right now, exploit the fact there's no ghost, and decimate this force. But no, he's going to sit back and macro up as much as he possibly can. And now SCVs are being sacrificed in favor of more units because he has mules. And even more SCVs going down for the cause. And there goes a big SCV transfer down to this base. And Inka expanding yet again over here. And about this ninja, EMP is going off. And doesn't look like they hit those Templars, so... About this ninja expand, this was actually pretty smart by Inka. As long as he could defend it with a few units, he can whoop things in, that's fine. If Masa really wanted to take this out, he'd have to move a lot of forces, which would leave him completely open, as this base, right over here, is completely across from Masa. There's no further base than the one that Inka took. So that's why you saw him ninja expand over there. That wasn't just kind of like a random ninja expand, like, hoop, doop, I want to expand, I don't want my opponent to know. So I'm going to take the one over here. This looks good. No, this was calculated just because it is the furthest possible base. So it opens Masa up to a huge counterattack if he went to attack it. And that force is definitely balled up, begging to be EMP'd. And there goes a good EMP off on some of those Templars. 3 over there, will they get EMP'd? One does, but he still has energy, then gets sniped. And here we go. More EMPs going off. Missed storm. Holy cow, that storm was bad. But oh man, that storm was pretty good. And it's hard to say who's going to come out on top. The food is plummeting for both players. Force fields go down. That Colossus in the back doing so much. And it looks like Inka is coming out on top. But here come a lot of medevacs to start healing up units. If they were there the whole time, that would have helped. Big EMPs go off. And this fight just keeps on happening. Those Immortals look like they are dropping. Is this next one going to go down? There's so many medevacs. 2 ghosts there. The cloak does exit from them. 1 gets sniped. 9 Marines on the way. Colossus on the way for Inka. It looks like they're going to macro back up, but Inka already at 133 supply. That's a lot of Templars. Is he just going to get Archons? I hope not, because the EMP has been so good. He's getting 2 Archons and leaving some of those Templars. That's a good call. And meanwhile, Sama just macroing back up. And that's so many whoop gates. Holy cow, Inka. Like, really? 16 whoop gates? Probably got more hidden around. Yeah, there's more. So, he can just whoop an entire army in if he chooses to do so. And you have this Dark Templar looking for a base. Actually, a lot of DTs looking for Ninja Expos, and he's gonna find one. 1-2 upgrades for Inka, 3-3 for Sama. And it looks like Sama is pulling a lot to deal with those DTs. Never mind, he is splitting his forces up now. And those 2 DTs, 6, 8. Yeah, they killed a hefty amount of SCVs. And you have these pylons everywhere that Inka is sneaking across. So he's going to be able to keep that pressure up for a long time. And now Inka is going to gear up and try to intercept this Marauder hit squad. Or just take out bases. And Sama, is he going to go in for the counter? If he does, Inka's all ready for base trade, has a lot of gateways positioned throughout the map. And no, it looks like Sama just wants to go for the killing blow here. Gan goes down. He doesn't see any observers, but his ghosts aren't cloaked, and those Colossus do get EMP'd. But look at that storm. Everything deep, deep red. And that just lets those Colossus one volley pretty much any unit. And this is going to be it. Sama losing all his units pretty much to that storm. And Inka will be winning game number 1. Maybe. I mean, it's pretty much a given at this point. But Sama doesn't know that yet. I don't think he knows about all those expos that Inka has. No, well, he knows about these gateways in the cannon there. But he doesn't know about this base with all those gateways, this base up here, so he doesn't know exactly how far behind he is, but he is exactly half of his opponent's food. And that army supply definitely looking grim. But he's got a PF, man. Everything will be okay. And oh my god, we got the combat cannons going in. Inka doesn't want to waste any supply on this force, so he resorts to combat cannons. And these Marauders don't seem to care too much. They don't give anything. And these pylons going to go down, but there's plenty more gateways where those came from. And those Marauders should be taking out the combat cannons, but they don't. And here we go. Giant force coming in. And GG. We'll be going into game number 2 very shortly.